Alright, what's going on, guys? This is my Stamina Sorcerer build for high isles. Let's go into our stats here. Running 10 health, 54 stamina, which gives us 30k match health, 16k magicka, and 24k stamina. We're running 2400 stamina recovery, 1100 mag recovery with 300 health recovery. And then we have weapon damage 5200 with our crit being 50, our pen being 10k, and our spell and physical resist being 20k. We're running the Lady and Smoke Bear Haunt. You can run the purple food instead of this if you want to save some money, since we're a vampire and we do get the health recovery nerf. Fully buffed up with a pot. We're running 1500 mag recovery, 1700 stamina recovery with 25k resistances. Go into our stats. Our armor sets here. We're running Magma Incinerate. Massive. Gives us Stam and mag recovery, very useful. Whenever you heal a group member with a single target healing ability, the lowest health member meters will be granted 215 spell damage and 3000 armor for 10 seconds, which has a cooldown of 15 seconds. This is very strong since it gives us both damage and survivability. If you want more damage, you can definitely rock Battleground here, but I do think this is fine overall. This gives us a lot of tankiness while giving us damage, which is just a 2-for-1 deal. Our back bar is going to be Rally Cry, which gives us crit resist and weapon and spell damage. Once again, when we heal ourselves critically, gives us 300 weapon and spell damage, 600 crit resist, which makes us relatively tanky once again, giving us extra survivability since you definitely do need it on a Stam sort. For our front bar, running Stoon's Maul, which gives us 5k pen, spell, and physical penetration whenever you deal damage to an off-balance enemy, which procs from our Dizzy Swing, so we basically have this 100% up when we are on the offensive. It also gives us an amazing 2-3-4 piece. Like, it is just amazing. If you want to go more damage, you could put Elk here on the back bar, but I do think you need the extra tankiness. But if you want to go pure full glass cannon, then Elk is the way to go. And we're running Mark and Ring. This gives us 200 weapon and spell damage and 2300 armor. This gives us a good bit of tankiness and giving a good bit of damage. You could run Malakath here. That is definitely another solid option, but you trade off the tankiness. So if you want to go pure glass cannon, you would go Malakath here. So you would just put Malakath, Alchemist here, and you would basically just be a full glass cannon. You'd be quite a bit squishier, but you would just absolutely one-shot anybody that comes into your path. Running all infused weapon damage on these bad boys. We have no need for recovery. And then we're running 4 well fitted, 2 in pen, and 1 reinforced. We're running 5 medium, 1 light, 1 heavy, and we're running 1 piece of the trainee. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we are running the Lady for the extra tankiness. You could run the Warrior here if you want more damage, but you don't really need it, but you could run it if you want to. All right, so we're running a 2-hand front bar, running Executioner, Rally, Vigor, Dizzy Swing, Crystal Weapons, Dawnbreaker. Our back bar is going to be Haunting Curse, Rapid Generation, Streak, Dark Deal, Hurricane, and Temporal Guard for the minor protection. Your flex spot is Executioner. Loot here instead in the open world. This gives us Major Expedition and Major Evasion, which is very, very useful and would help us a lot in the open world fights. But since dueling, I didn't opt to run this because this would pretty much be useless in a duel over Execute. So I am running Execute for that reason. But definitely eludes very good here. Rally is how we get our major spell buff. Vigor our heal. Dizzy procs are off balance. And Crystal Weapons are amazing damaging ability with Dawnbreaker smiting amazing. And then for our back bar, we have Haunting Curse, Rapid Generation, helps us with the hot. The main problems Stam Sorcerer suffers with is the healing. You have no reliable hot, except for Critical Surge, but this is just not good unless you're running a crit build. Definitely is a nice heal though, but it just only is really effective if you're running dots with a decent amount of crit, which we are not. So I opted not to run Crit Surge, and that is the reason why. Alright, let's go on to our CP now. Swift Renewal, Exploiter, Master at Arms, and Deadly Aim. This is just triple damage, and Swift Renewal is to help us with our healing over time, so our Vigor and our Rapid Generation. If you want to be a bit more tanky, I recommend running Ironclad here instead of one of the Deadly Aim or Master of Arms. Those out, make sure you get majority of your passives. I didn't have this passive here, but it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, make sure you get all your passives. For our red tree here, we're going to be running Fortify, Pain Refuge, Sustained by Suffering, and Survival Instinct. Gives us extra armor, reduce your damage taken by 2% for every negative effect on you to a maximum of 20%. Very massive in PvP when people are stacking dots on you. This can make you incredibly tanky. Sustained by Suffering, when negative effects on you, you gain extra mag, health, and stamina recovery. And Survival Instinct, which reduces the cost of our abilities by 25% when we have a status effect on us, which is just massive, gives us a bunch of sustain. You could also run Harden with Juggernaut if you want to run something like that. But I do think these are like the best four red CPs to run. Make sure you get all your red passives. Once again, they're all useful. Even this one here, make sure you get them all. Onto our green tree. Green tree is mainly personal preference, but I recommend Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, Gifted Rider, and War Mount, and then just get your passives as you see fit. Green tree is not that important for PvP. That's just what I recommend. We are running Sharpened and Powered. You can also run Defending here, by the way, with Weapon and Damage Spell, and then Shock on the front bar. So yeah, and the way you play the build is you would Haunt and Curse someone, proc Crystal Weapon here, Light Attack, into Dizzy, into Medium Weave, into Execute. You do a bunch of damage. These things will be able to survive it. So for example, against someone like this, we would hit Dizzy into a Medium Weave Execute, and they would just die. What that does is, since they're off balance, and when you Medium Weave an enemy who is off balance like this, it stuns them. And since you're also proccing Crystal Weapon, both procs, gives us a lot of damage. Because it procs twice like that. Proccing Crystal and Dizzy with a light attack all at the same time, which will be hitting for roughly, I don't know, like 25k, around there, like undamaged reduct. That's just like flat 25k, and then the Medium Weave hits for 7k, plus you're hitting this 10k for like another like 20k, because then you have the Shock Glyph proccing, so that's another 20k, and then you just go for the Execute here. A lot of burst damage. When I was dueling with this build, the main problem I ran into was healing. So when I fought a Magic of DK, I basically just rolled over and died if they were good. I couldn't really beat it. It's impossible. You just can't ban Sork. If they're good, you won't be able to beat a good Mag DK. It's just not feasible since you don't have enough healing to heal through their dots and their pressure. But if you ever catch someone lowering their guard and you get the full combo off of them, they pretty much just instantly blow up and die. Like, it's not even, they will just, if they make one mistake where they don't block and you get the combo off properly, they just basically insta die, which is very nice. It's a very fun build to play in the open world. You just want to be in and out as quickly as possible. That's why I recommend running Elude on your front bar here, so you can just have Major Expedition up all the time and just constantly run around. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer anything down below. And with that,